Adoption gives a children a better chance at a good life. What is adoption? The Webster Dictionary definition of the word adopt is to take by choice into a relationship, especially to take voluntarily a child other parents as one's own child. How many children are out there that have parents that cannot take care of them because they don't have a job, money, or they are too young? Here's a quote from the book of Adopting the Hurt Child, Hope for the Family with Special Needs by Gregory Kegg and Regina, about how much foster adoption can change a child's life. Jeannie entered the system at the age of 8, a victim of both sexual and physical abuse by her birth father and 4 brothers since age 5. Adoption's facts and then now. American society has evolved and changed throughout the generations. So has the process of adoption. My mom was giving a book to her in front of the desk and flipping pages of different kids in the system, girls and boys. She only wanted a boy, and she kept flipping on the pages, and she kept flipping and stopped the page and said, "This is the one." The lady gave her an example that there's more other kids out there if she wants to look. She said, "No, he's the one that I want to adopt." In the early 1930s, adoption was usually a discrete process. American society believed that a relationship between the child, the adopting family, and the birth parents was shameful, which caused many women to sneak away to a maternity of home and place the baby up for adoption. Reason for adopting: some parents adopt was extremely careful and caring individuals. My dad, at the end of the summer, stepped in the plate to be a father and adopted me. I really want to thank him for that, and thank you for that, Dad. And my mom also got adopted me when I was 12 and a half, and she's not here tonight, but I want to thank her. So thank you. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 70% of private domestic adoption and 90% of international adoption are made by people wanting to help a child in need. The children who are left behind can get stuck in the system and remain there until they're 18. My older brother was in the system until he was 18. And finally, I told him that, I have a family that could adopt you and be happy. And he finally said, "I would like to be adopted," and we made a family. Infertility, a common problem suffered by some couples. According to the website for the National Healthy Marriage Research Center, infertility can lead to grief, denial, anger, and depression. Adopting siblings. Some single parents choose to adopt another child after they previously adopted this child's natural sibling. Once again, I told my mom adopted my 3 brothers, and now my mom is now doing other stuff, and my new dad, wanted to adopt a child. So now I have a dad and a mom. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 7% of people involved in private domestic adoption are adopting for this particular reason. The only child. Some parents have only one biological child. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services reports that 16% of people involved with a private domestic adoption and 36% involved in international adoptions, a child for this very reason. According to the website of adoption, together children who have been in foster care for a long time benefit from these types of adoptions. In conclusion, Today I talk to you about the importance of adopting. I also review the evolution of adoption in America, why people adopt and the benefits for the adopted family and the adopted children. So if you are ready to make the next step to start a family or grow your expand family, I encourage you to consider adopting. Make a difference on a child's life he or she might not have the chance to have.